What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to another week of Crackin' a Cold One. It is your fearless hosts, Yoxie and Deggs.
We are back, like we said. We're not joking, right? We're not messing around. We're going to be here every week.
The audio's pissing me off a little bit, so if you listened to last week, I appreciate you. If you pushed through the whole entire episode, aka Ronald, you're a real one.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone that continues to listen. Anthony told me, he was like, I was on my way to work. I started listening to it and stuff. So appreciate everyone.
Yeah,
we love doing it.
Well, we have another week, exciting week. Actually, we were just looking at the slate of games this week, and it's a pretty even slate of games. Besides a few ones, but it looks like it's going to be a really, really good week. So we're going to talk about some good things, some hot topics that we have on our minds. Some headlines that we have as well for this week, and of course going through the fantasy and betting. So per usual, let's get this thing started as we always do.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Went back to Old Faithful, Surfside, sponsor us.
We would love a sponsor. You guys are doing a lot. I actually heard. Shout out Surfside. They're I think they took over, like the Xfinity Center essentially is going to be now Surfside. It's going to be like Surfside Center.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
big fans of it.
Yeah, we're going to be there a lot. But yeah, so going over last week, I think we wanted to. Did you go over our picks? Were you able to?
Nah, I'll go back. I'll go back. We'll have 2 weeks next week.
What I'll do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a graphic out this week of our picks that we have. Didn't put a graphic out last week on our social just because we've had some issues, like I said, with our audio, so I wasn't really sure if we should be, advertising that episode. But it is out there if you want to take a listen to it. But we will be, putting this one out there, of course, and advertising this one as well. But we'll put a graphic out there. I want to create a graphic essentially showing the teams that we each have picked for this weekend. Yeah. And then we can kind of like have you guys follow along. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Send suggestions if you have any topics that you want us to talk about.
Please.
We'd love to, definitely would love to have some additional suggestions. But let's go ahead and dive in to the headlines that we have for this week.
Yeah.
So
let's get the topics.
Let's go ahead and let's talk about the backups from last week and their performances.
Quite a few of them.
Honestly, it was like backup heaven. I feel like when with ESPN last week, I kept on hearing this person's injured, this person's injured. I'm like, good old beginning of the season, everybody just gets injured just because they haven't had a hit at all. So
yeah, now they're getting hit and they can't handle it, and here we are. We're week 4. Well, we were week 3.
Yeah,
and we got 5 guys here that started last week. I mean, Jesus.
So let's go over Mariota. Mariota balled out last week. Had himself a really good game against the unfortunate, god-awful Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I saw Justin Rodriguez was out there as well as T.J. Reichert. So, those guys were doing their thing. I don't know why I just said your guys' whole government. I apologize.
Mariota had a nice game. He still got the wheels, don't he?
Yeah.
Dude, he was rushing all over him. He looked great. I mean,
he had himself 207 yards passing. He had a really good game, 118 QB rating.
Yeah.
70. He was 15 for 21 out there. So
they
really solid. Yeah, really solid game. 41-24. Can't really, say that it was a close game. He definitely dominated.
You have to feel good if you're Washington because he kind of showed that he can run the same offense. They didn't have to change anything up with it, and that's always
to
huge.
Your point. With Jaden being a runner, they can still utilize the wheels on Mario.
Exactly.
So that was good. Our man Carson Wentz.
Yeah. I had to start. I was forced in my 2 quarterback league to start him last week because I had Fields out, and he didn't do half bad. I'm all right. I'm all right with how he performed.
I will say that with that game, he did get saved. If you guys hear a dog shaking his head or sniffing around, that is my wonderful boy. Yeah, Sir Esco. So yeah. Carson had 173 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 14 for 20. Wasn't bad. He did get bailed out, I will say, from the defense. The defense definitely made him look.
Jordan Mason was looking really good too.
Yeah.
But
so he has another weapon starting with him this weekend. Starting from this weekend is going to be Addison. There's no way that he can mess this up.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. Listen. I'm speaking the good juju out there just because I have Addison in one of my leagues, and I unfortunately lost CeeDee Lamb. So
wheels up.
Now Addison is my starter in that league. But yeah, so with Carson, he just honestly, it's like you just got the keys to a freaking Rolls Royce.
Yep.
Dude, just don't crash it.
Don't be. He doesn't have to be a hero. That's the thing about it. He's got JJ, Addison, Hawkinson. He is a solid offensive line.
Not being a hero is the biggest thing for him. He needs to
don't play hero ball.
Yeah, that's what he used to do, and that's what got him.
He's got a great coach that knows how to manage those type of quarterbacks. So I'm very bullish on him going forward.
Yeah. Jake Browning.
So not so hot of a day.
Yeah, now we're going down the line of the guys that did not have a great day. Well, actually, let's save Jake Browning.
Okay.
Let's go to Daniel Jones.
Mac Jones. Backup.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was my dumb self. I want to save Browning though for last.
That's fine.
Mac Jones. So Mac Jones, and he's actually hurt now, isn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He got popped, and I was watching the game, and he did get banged up a little bit that game. Now, mind you, they did still win, but
he played pretty solid.
284 passing.
Yeah, he played pretty solid. I did see in the presser he made like a weird comment about like his receiver dropping the ball or something like that. It was kind of awkward. He basically just blamed them instead of just being the teammate you got to be there.
Don't become what's his name, freaking CJ.
But I think
Gardner-Johnson.
It's a similar situation in that he has a nice coach in Shanahan that can put him in position to be successful. Now, I don't think is as good as Carson Wentz, and I don't think that he has the weapons that Carson Wentz has, obviously, right? Pearsall's our best guy, which he looks phenomenal, by the way.
Pearsall?
Yeah,
he does.
But he did enough to win this past week, but can he be a consistent winner with them? I don't know. I don't know if they have the team for that.
I don't like Mac Jones, so I'll just say that. I'm not a fan of Mac Jones.
He didn't turn out to be a starting quarterback for a reason. I mean, he is who he is, Yeah.
Although there's there has to be something said about the Alabama product where how are you guys producing quarterbacks down there if none of these guys can even play in the league? But
it's the beauty of Saban, I guess.
We'll put obviously Jalen out of that conversation because he's.
But like you said, more often than not, it's been that case.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod. I thought he got hurt for a second again.
Yeah.
In the game.
They still lost. I don't know, man. I think he has to hang it up at some point soon.
I don't know if he can really get wins in the National Football League.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with a team like the Jets.
I don't think he can keep up anymore.
He's old. I mean, man might just be trying to get a check still at this point. But, I mean, let's just say they got to feel really good that they got Fields probably coming back. He practiced in full. He's still not completely cleared. Yeah. But I didn't love what I saw out of him. Really spotty game. The only reason that they were even in the game really was that kick return touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise they're going to lose by double digits in that game. Yeah, Taylor for me is, out of all these guys we're talking about, he's the least guy I would want as my backup quarterback, personally.
Yeah, I mean, people I think still, whenever they hear Tyrod, they're like, "Oh, we can get the old Tyrod." But no,
I honestly always just think
that's
about
not
that
gonna
whole
happen.
Chargers situation. That was so wild. How he just didn't he have a collapsed lung like because of a shot or something?
Oh, yeah.
And then Herbert got the start, and then that was basically his last chance to really be a starter.
Yeah, that was essentially it. That was under was
Anthony Lynn.
Yeah, I was gonna say
moron.
there was another. Isn't he under investigation for something too?
Is he?
I think I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, let's move on. Jake Browning.
Jake Browning did not have so hot of a game. It was the battle of the backups, right? He played Wentz.
Dude, he had a horrible.
He looked horrific. Now, in the past, I have said I think he's a solid backup. We're gonna see if that was fool's gold before, because
he can't withstand a whole season, and that's where the Bengals effed up. Mind you, they're not planning obviously for Joe Burrow to go out of the season or to go out and be injured. But you gotta have something better than Browning. Something better. You gotta
I think the problem, it doesn't cost that much to get a good backup, but that's probably a big problem is they spent the bank.
Where's Minshew?
Is he in the league? I'm not sure. You think they could have gotten someone like that. They can sling it.
Oh. Backup for the Chiefs. Wow. The stash is behind Mr. Mahomes. Okay.
Now, I think Browning can have some solid games in the right matchups. But it's going to be hard for them to actually win games. This week they're playing Denver. It doesn't bode well for them, especially away, Mile High. We'll obviously get to that, but Browning for me is like here's how I view him. Like, do I think Jamar Chase and T. Higgins can still be solid fantasy options? I do. I think he can still support them in that way.
In that way, yes.
But as a legit quarterback that can get wins, that's going to be able to kind of hold the fort down while Burrow's out, which it looks like basically 3 months, and they ain't going to happen.
Dude, he's done for the season. They might as well have said that.
I mean, he will be after they fall out of playoff contention.
Yeah, you're not bringing him back.
Now, something I would love to see them do, trade for Kirk Cousins. Give him a shot, man. Just give him a shot. He can sling it. I mean,
that's actually a good landing spot.
Who cares if he throws some picks? He will feed those boys. That. Yeah, I say go get him.
Okay.
I mean, if you can get a competent quarterback in there,
that's really good.
You still got a shot, in my opinion.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, next topic that we have here on our headlines is Micah's return to Dallas. I have been waiting for this.
It's going to be a juicy one.
Oh, my gosh. It's like one of those things where, so, I'm a big Penn State fan. Many of you guys, if you followed along, you know this by now. Love Micah. Big fan of Micah. When he got drafted by Dallas, I was like, I got to hate you now. Like, I really have to hate you.
Nah, you can like him.
And so I just, did not want anything to do with him. Although I did want the Eagles to draft him. Not draft him, trade for him. But, that was already talked about, like, last week. Him getting traded to Green Bay, I was like, oh, now I can root for you again. Now I can.
He can root for his success.
Yeah,
now.
His success. Yeah. And there is nothing more that I want than for him to go down to Dallas and to put Dak in the ground.
How many times do you think he gets to him? I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 2, almost 3, but he doesn't quite get it.
I'm gonna be bullish. I'm gonna say 4. I'm going to say he has a crazy return back to Dallas. That line that Dallas has right now is
vulnerable.
They got a lot of holes right now. They're hurt. So I could see him. I could see him getting there
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
They got a stout defensive line.
I'm saying
so.
2's a lock. I mean, 2's got to be a lock. He's gonna get.
2 is a lock for sure. I think 4. I think the line is going to be at 3.5 though. The line. Might
I'm
be
excited
at
to see
3.5.
that. Honestly.
Yeah, that's
He's
going to be a
have
game.
so much. He's gonna have so much energy in that game.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fun.
And Green Bay. This is also a game where don't play down to Dallas. They have CD that's out. They have Trayvon Diggs looks like trash right now.
He
so,
does, and they have
mean,
Bland out right now. I mean, you're right.
I did hear that Deron Bland might be playing this weekend. I'm not sure if that's true. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, I'll say this: if you're Dallas, right now, everything we described, you got nothing to lose. So, try to go steal one. You know what I mean? They need a win bad.
Try to figure out how to throw
Without CD, I mean. You know what I mean? Because they're definitely coming into
Pickens
this as
was
underdogs.
doing some good stuff last week, but this is the thing: is he can get very immature, and I can see this being one of those games where
all
there's a lot of drama going on because of that's coming into the house because of Micah, and when you have someone who's hot-headed like Pickens, he's going to go ahead and feed into it, and then it's just I don't know, man. I just hope that it doesn't go that route. Who knows? Actually, screw it. Go ahead, Pickens. Burn your bridge down.
Yeah, God.
I don't care. I don't care. Call me Petty. Call me Petty LaBelle. We also have the Seahawks Cardinals game right
just
now.
had a nice little play there.
Yeah, K-Dub had a really, really nice run.
Little
I've
catch.
been very happy with him in my fantasy league. So
When he stays healthy, he's a top 10 back.
yeah,
He really is.
he's big too, man. He's huge.
It's hard to bring him down.
Next topic we have here is the battle of the 1s and 2s. Who has the most pressure? Baltimore or Kansas City? Who's your pick? Who's not your pick in the game?
Yeah.
Who's your pick for having more pressure?
Yeah, for the rest of the season. In the game,
Not the rest of the season, just this game.
just this game,
Yeah.
I'd probably say the Chiefs because they haven't had a real win yet.
Yeah.
I mean, versus the Giants, and they didn't win handily. You know what I mean? I mean, it took most of the game there. So, I'd personally say them. They definitely have a target on their back too, more so than the Ravens. Obviously, the Ravens, it's more so with they've kind of like last game they let that slip out of their hands, right, with the fumble and everything like that. So. Both teams got to reel it back in, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think they really got to get, this is a big game for them. We're going to learn a lot about them, I think, in this game.
Yeah, I agree that that there's more pressure on the Chiefs. Baltimore is going to be fine.
They have exactly.
I think everything's going to be fine. Now, if for some odd reason Derrick Henry fumbles again this week, somebody needs to go ahead and
boy
figure
better
something the hell out.
He better be. That's all he better be practicing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're focusing on that a lot now. It's been 3 weeks in a row. This weekend can't have that again because that's what's literally the turnovers is what's killing that team.
And you can't do that with the Chiefs because
no,
not only are they very, they know how to capitalize on those things, but
if you give them a short field, it's easy for them.
Yeah,
it's just so much easier for them, so much easier. So I mean, that's exactly how we beat them. We literally just protected the ball, and we had short field advantage all the time, and we beat them. So
their offense is. It's got some issues.
They have Xavier Worthy coming back this weekend, so that should definitely help them out. You have Rashee Rice coming back in a couple weeks.
Right.
That's going to be good.
They just have to survive.
I do think that they should probably look into a veteran receiver somewhere, probably trade for somebody, but
they're the Chiefs. They probably will.
I think it's going to become, if they even get to a point of still having a playoff advantage or having a playoff chance, I should say. That's when I could see them trying to go after somebody. But outside of that, I don't know if they're gonna.
Their division's no slouch anymore. I mean, minus Las Vegas, in my opinion. I think Denver and Chargers are gonna give them some fits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it could come to week 7, week 8, where they're like, no, screw it. You could see them just playing the way that they are with the same team that they have because it's what's the point of trading for someone when they're not going to be able to.
They got to survive to erase you, right? That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I think he's an absolute stud. I think he's a clear one, and him and Patrick Mahomes have a great rapport. And you throw him in there,
So young Tyreek Hill?
yeah. So that
Should be.
They got to survive until then.
Yeah. Should be a good game, though. Should be a really good game.
Oh yeah.
All right, so going into which is one of my favorite segments, hot take reactions. What's yours?
I'm gonna go with. We were talking before. We were trying to spitball here. Mine I'm gonna go with is I think Waddle will have a better rest of the season than Tyreek Hill. I mean, for one, Tyreek Hill could be on the move at some point, but Waddle had a little bit of a tough first half, but he ended up having a really nice game last week, I think. And I just think him and Tua have that rapport from Alabama. And I think just based on relationship-wise, he's going to look his way a little more now.
Yeah.
And I just think when you look at the end of the season, I think he's going to have more yards and like a better season than Tyreek this year.
It's not a bad take. I just think with that team, like they're
a mess in general.
They're a mess, although they did put out a good outing. I always love it whenever I take like a strong take on somebody, and then like, oh, they have like a really really good game, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Hill
so
this week versus the Jets.
Yeah. No, was it the Jets last week?
Oh, last week was the Bills.
Yeah,
Oh, last
Bills,
week
the
was the Bills. Yeah,
Bills,
they played up to the Bills.
Really, yeah, so that's why I was like, oh, so you guys decided to show up today. But no, that's not a bad take. I think you're right there. Waddle will have a better season. I think this is also like the tide of Waddle being at number one. It's just been a matter of time. My hot take that I have here is Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz will start the rest of the season for the Minnesota Vikings.
I like it.
J.J. McCarthy I don't think that he's like horrible. I just think that he needs some development.
More time.
There has to be a little bit more time and development for him.
You would have thought you would want him to look a little better than he did when he came in.
And if Kevin McConnell wants to continue to compete, you want to have someone back there that has been able to do it before. They don't have a bad line. They have a pretty decent line, so they can protect them. They have weapons, like I mentioned earlier. They have Addison coming back, so that alone is going to help that team so much more the rest of the season. And then you mentioned Addison. Addison had such a great game last week, or not Addison. I'm sorry, Mason.
Yeah, Jordan Mason.
Looks
had phenomenal.
Great game last week. So while Aaron Jones is out in the IR for a couple of weeks, I think that they will be fine back there with Mason. And then I just think that with Carson. I might be at home. Oh, wow. Kyler Murray just threw a pick. That was a horrible play.
Oh,
damn.
Oh, I think they got him back.
He was down. Kobe Bryant, RIP.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks went ahead and picked the ball. Running back got clipped by his own player in the head. And then when he fell down into the ground, that's when he lost the ball. I don't know if that's technically him down, but... Now, I would say that he's down.
My last comment I want to make about what we were talking about is it's so funny because you give KOC a veteran and he can make your offense really great.
And that's something that has shown for KOC the past few years is that he's been able to go ahead and revive a few players like Chris. Remember a couple of years ago when he had who's the bald guy that was like...
Oh, yeah, Dobbs.
Dobbs went over there and had a stout first game and went out there and balled out. So I think it's a matter of, like we mentioned earlier, Carson just not messing up.
Right.
Don't mess up. Don't turn the ball over.
And you'll keep the job.
Yeah, you'll keep the job.
Yep.
So, no, that's a good one.
I like both our takes.
I will say that I love also the fact when I do the hot take segment, get the fire coming up.
Cause some controversy.
All right, game of the week that we have going on this week. So each of us, again, we have a game that we're choosing ourselves. Since Deggs went first on the hot takes, I will go first on my game of the week.
Yeah.
It's no surprise, as always. I don't want to say as always because I was debating on choosing another game because of the fact that I don't want to sound too much of a homer. But I'm just going to stick to it. Eagles versus Bucks, the battle of undefeateds, 3-0. Bucks have won out of the six out of sorry. Bucks have won 6 out of the last 7 games against the Eagles.
Wow, I didn't know that.
When I tell you that I despise seeing Tampa Bay on our schedule, it's gone back all the way back to 2001.
Yeah,
Okay?
I can imagine.
So this team really frustrates me. Now, there's some advantages that we have that we don't have to really worry about, a.k.a. Mike Evans.
Right.
Supposedly, Godwin did not practice today.
So that's up in the air.
That's still up in the air. There's a chance that he could possibly come back this week. But the only team that I hate outside of the Cowboys more than the Cowboys is Ohio State. And who plays for Tampa Bay that came from Ohio State? Oh, yeah. Ibuka.
He's phenomenal, dude.
A player that I have so much respect for because I'm just like, he is so freaking good. He frustrates the hell out of me. I told Ronnie to go ahead and God bless you, Ronnie, because you drafted him in most of your fantasy leagues. So Ibuka is going to be one that I am just like excited to see against Quinyon because that matchup is going to be interesting with them two going at it. Now, Eagles are down with some DBs as well right now. Ja'Cory Bennett's not he's out this week. So,
okay.
And then Adoree was shown practicing like he was warming up. So and he was in pads and a helmet.
Nolan's out. Nolan Smith.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Nolan Smith is out. Yes.
Yeah.
Nolan's actually on IR, which hurts.
That sucks.
Zaire or what's his name? Is it Zaire Smith?
No, that's Zaire.
No,
not Zaire Smith.
Zadavius Smith. We just not drafted. We just signed somebody that played for the Lions last year. Zadavius Smith.
Ladarius. Darius Smith.
I thought his first Zadarius Smith.
Zadarius.
All right, so we were both like right. We both.
Yeah. We had the yeah.
You just combined both of our.
Sorry, buddy. No, he's no slouch.
No, he's not. So I'm actually excited to see him. He's going to have some reputable time out there today. So this weekend. So that's going to be good. But we don't have, like I said, we don't have Ja'Cory. There might be a chance that Adoree's not going to be out there either. But it's already been talked about that Keely Ringo will be starting this weekend. So I'm curious how the other side is going to be, how it's going to be. For the injuries right now, Eagles have Zach Bond and Campbell that were limited participation, which is big.
Okay.
Adoree Jackson also was limited participation. But the big news that I am so happy about is that Lane Johnson is back.
Okay.
That was just a little bit of a stinger that he had last weekend, so glad that he is back.
Yeah.
And then for the Bucks, Logan Hall, Chris Isian are out, and then Charlie Heck, their tackle, he was limited participation.
Okay.
So my prediction for this game: Eagles 24, Bucks 17.
Okay. So, first thing I want to say is this is definitely valid for a game of the week. And I think that the thing about it, the Eagles may be in the mix for that a lot because of their schedule, right? So,
one of the hardest schedules in the league right
that's
now.
one thing. So, the Eagles, right, they've been able to find a way to win through these games. The Chiefs was a grind. Last week was a comeback win with the return for a touchdown. A.J. Brown looked like he's back to his old ways, which is huge. I'd say we were talking about this. The one thing is Barkley's off to a slower start, but I think in a way that was to be expected after a 2,000-yard year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then on Tampa side, you talked about the injuries. Okay, Ibuka is a beast. Baker does
He's so good.
keep the offense high power no matter what. With Otten, I mean, he always finds a way to kind of will them down the field. I have the Eagles win this one as well.
Okay.
Going back to my original, they just find a way to win. And I think this matchup with some injuries that you mentioned on the other side, I just think the defense is going to do enough to kind of get the stops that they need. I think we're looking at like a 20-23 win for the Eagles.
20-23 win. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that score. It's like not the typical score, right?
It's like there's going to be some touchdowns.
Got another one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was right there.
It's all good. There's going to be some touchdowns, but there's going to be some field goals because we're going to get some stops on both ends. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Jake Elliott might have to stretch it out a little bit.
He's been doing pretty well, so I'm not mad at him.
Yeah.
All right, what's your game of the week?
My game of the week is Indianapolis at the Rams. Reasons being, right, Indy's been the surprise of the league, and last week I thought they're going to be stopped in their tracks with the offense, and they're high power. They're so good. I mean, they can run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. Warren's proven to be legit. And then on the receiver end, I mean, in my opinion, they got 4 kind of quality receivers, and Pittman, Downs, Pierce, and I'm bullish on Adonai Mitchell.
This is something I would probably have never said in a million years, but I so wish that the Colts had freaking Daniel Jones last year because I drafted Pittman.
It would have been a different story.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, he's proven with time.
I'm sorry,
now,
but A-Rich is not starting anytime soon. I think, honestly,
bro,
he could honestly be on the trade block because of the fact that they could say, all right, we're just going to ride out with DJ for the rest of his career.
He's a bona fide backup.
Yeah.
That's what he is because of his athleticism alone. Because if Dan Jones now proven that...
I don't want to take you off topic, but that was something I wanted to throw out there.
No. It's because if Dan Jones can if he has a little bit more time and he's able to process the field like that, and Richardson can't, it tells you everything you need to know, right? So that's my thing with them. Okay, they're playing better than as good as anyone in the league right now. And then the Rams, I'm just so curious. It's like, how are they going to respond? Because it was a heartbreaker. They almost kind of pulled an upset, right? It would have been a really nice win. So I'm curious how they're going to respond. Now, Adams didn't practice. I'm a little worried. I have him in a league. Really hope he plays because he's looking pretty good. Like him and Stafford kind of have that red zone connection.
The second half, he was quiet.
That's true. But he had a touchdown, and I know that.
In the first half.
Yeah. Now, he didn't practice.
They lost.
Now, they had... Okay. Now, Indianapolis' secondary, that's their downfall, right? So I'm thinking Puka might have a blow-up game this week. And because of it, I am going to take them on a bounce back at home.
I like it.
24-20 win. We're sticking around that.
That honestly, I think it would be the game of the week if the Eagles and Bucks weren't both undefeated.
They weren't playing.
I did not. Just forewarning to everybody, or not. I don't know. Forewarning. No, I don't know the correct term. Anyways, I did not think that the Eagles were going to be 3-0 at this point. I thought for sure that we would have lost. Would have lost one game. So I'm really curious that if they win this game this weekend, the next couple of weeks is pretty easy. It's not
get through the stretch.
Yeah, it's not bad. So I'm really curious how this weekend goes. So no, we have both really.
And he got an Indy Rams. That's a tough one, man.
I'm riding with Staken. I think DJ and Staken pull out another
back and
dub.
forth, yeah.
I think DJ has the protection to deal with that D line over in LA. They're playing in a dome, so it's just like being at home for them. I think DJ pulls off another.
I don't hate it. I was going back and forth. I went with the home team and motivation.
Yeah. No, like I said, it's gonna be a good game. Upset alerts.
Yeah. Upset alerts.
Upset alerts. So, what do you got for your upset alert for this week?
My upset alert is a divisional matchup. It's honestly, this week was tough because we talked about it. It seems like a lot of these teams are evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's the battle of the 0-3 teams, all right? Miami's the favorite coming into it, but I got the Jets kind of winning over them.
Okay.
I think Justin Fields comes back. Miami's defense is not good, right? And I think that he's going to be able to run all over them. I think in general they're going to be able to run all over them. I think Breece Hall and Braylon Allen could potentially be, Braylon Allen could even be in your flex potentially, right? That's what I got this week. I think that Miami goes 0-4. And we start to hear the rumblings of change coming.
Mike McDaniel's being fired.
I don't know, man.
That'd be
a bad loss.
Yeah, that would be a really bad loss.
Against,
That'd be a really bad loss. I like that. Jets over Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in Miami?
That's in Miami. It's at Miami. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
McDaniels better get his shit together down there.
He needs to.
After playing last weekend really well, they have Jets still have a really good defense. So,
all right, so
my upset of this week that we have over here is Atlanta over Washington. I think that there needs to be something that happens in Atlanta that for them to go ahead and have some type of like momentum and positive momentum, because they've just had a lot of bad juju. And I can say this much: if they lose this weekend, there might be some talks about Kirk being the starter again.
it's possible.
So
I had high hopes for Penix, but it hasn't looked fantastic since week one. Week one, he looked okay.
And shame on Atlanta for doing all of this. They put themselves. They bet. They put the money on the table, and they betted on themselves to go ahead and do this, to have Kirk be their starter and Kirk go ahead and be able to be like the bridge for the future. And you didn't even allow.
It's a little soon.
Yeah,
It was a little soon.
So I do have Atlanta winning over Washington. That being said, we'll see. We will see, man.
Yeah.
This is like I mentioned in the beginning of this episode. This week has a lot of like pretty even matchups. I mean, like, one of the other upset alerts that I was going to put out there was Cleveland at Detroit, but something just tells me like Detroit just has too much firepower. Even though Cleveland has one of the best defenses in the league, Detroit just has
proved,
too much
I think,
firepower.
last week that they're back.
And Cleveland doesn't have enough offense.
No.
Besides, listen, Judkins is looking good over there.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
The problem is that with this game...
Thank you, TJ Przinsky, for trading me Judkins and hopefully saving my embarrassment of not winning a single game this fantasy season.
I haven't either. I'm right there with you, pal.
Cheers. Look at that. The two guys that freaking set up the damn league.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who's that? Was that JSN?
Please be.
I don't know who the hell that is, actually.
Barner.
Barner.
That helps no one.
All right. If you had Barner for your bets and he has a touchdown, like if you put him for any time touchdown, I'm pretty sure you win a lot of money.
Yep.
And let me hold $10.
Now, I'm going to take Washington.
You're going to take Washington?
I am going to take Washington.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the pick'ems and whatnot. But yeah, I know that that was actually a reason why I also chose Atlanta. I was like, he has Washington, so
I'm going to split
we'll
it.
talk about that. So, going right into it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go right into our rapid pick'ems that we have for this week. So, starting off with tonight's game that we have here on our lovely TV behind the camera is Seattle at Arizona.
Yep.
I also am picking Seattle.
Yeah,
I think Seattle was.
I think Seattle. They just scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, they look pretty freaking good, dude.
Arizona. They're out without James Conner. They just once again don't have, I think, enough offensively to go ahead and compete with Seattle.
They made no upgrades last offseason.
And then Darnold's starting to.
He looks good, dude. He looks good, man.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh.
I got Minnesota.
This is not. This is 9:30 a.m. game.
This is also Kevin O'Connell's 5th international game, and he is currently 4-0.
Is he? Okay, I should have maybe looked at that before I made this pick, but
So I think
I'm still going to stick with Pittsburgh.
I think Minnesota wins this game, especially after last weekend. I mean, Minnesota's about
That defense
to eat,
is legit.
Yeah, they're about to eat Pittsburgh alive. So this is about to be a fun. Listen, and I have Minnesota in one of my leagues.
Okay,
so
do you?
I'm happy about.
They had a
that.
huge week.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Washington at Atlanta. We
You
just
took
talked
Atlanta,
about
I
this.
took Washington.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have Atlanta. Deggs has Washington on this one. New Orleans at Buffalo.
Easy one. Buffalo.
Yeah, both of us have Buffalo. That was almost like a tongue twister. Both of us have Buffalo. Both of them. Cleveland at Detroit. Detroit.
Yeah, I have to. No choice.
Carolina at New England.
I got New England.
I have New England as
yeah.
well. I have New
Gillette
England.
Stadium.
Yeah.
You know.
Chargers at Giants.
I got the Chargers. I mean, they're looking good.
I
don't
have
think
the
they're gonna...
Chargers winning outright. I'm not going to give up any other spoilers though.
Okay. Okay. Eagles, Tampa.
Yeah, Eagles, Tampa Bay.
We both said the Eagles.
Go Birds.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee at Houston. Houston has a bunch of just ish going on over there. I don't even know what the heck's going on. I'm picking Tennessee.
You're a brave man. I'm taking Houston.
Remember what was it last year that when every single week you picked Tennessee like for the first 6 weeks?
Yeah, and I couldn't get a win. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to fall to that mistake every week here. Houston, I think here's the problem real quick. I'm not going to go on a long tangent. And our line, we already have injuries. They have Will Anderson,
Okay.
Danielle Hunter. I think they're going to get to the quarterback a lot.
That's true.
Our pass rush is below average. So as much as CJ's been sacked, I think that we're going to not hit the numbers that we've seen here. So I think he has more time and he has a better game.
All right.
You're like, you have no faith in your boys, but okay. I don't. I've watched 3 full games and they look like trash.
We have Indy at the Rams.
I got Rams.
He has Rams.
You got
I have
Indy?
Indy. I'm taking Indy in this one. Jacksonville at San Fran.
I got Jacksonville. San Fran backup quarterback. I don't think they get it done 2 weeks
No,
in a
Brock
row.
might be playing this weekend.
Really?
I'm taking San Fran. I'm going to take San Fran.
Still going to take Jacksonville.
They're traveling too. That's why I think I
West Coast.
Yeah, I'm going to pick San Fran on this one. Baltimore at Kansas City.
I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Okay. Kansas City's home. I think, like we said, pressure's on. They got to get a win.
I just don't think that they can even compete.
The team-wise as a
Dan
team.
Orlovsky said actually a really great point, and shout out to Ronnie for bringing this up. And also, Ronnie, this was also brought up on another show, that they even quoted the same thing. So, great point. Dan Orlovsky said that Baltimore's defense is built to compete against the Chiefs, against the Bengals, like those type of teams, because of the fact that they have such great stout, secondary, right? Also, you think about their linebackers. Their linebackers are hybrid linebackers,
Right.
Like Roquan can go ahead and he can go ahead and guard,
Step back and guard. Yeah.
So I think Baltimore is built to go ahead and beat them this week,
Okay.
with the fact that Kansas City still has some injuries on their end. So
It's gonna be another good one.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good game too.
Yeah. Chicago at Vegas.
I got Chicago. I think
got
they
Chicago
figure
as well.
some things out a little bit.
Yeah, they looked really good last week. So I mean, Dallas is horrible, but Vegas isn't much better. So we'll see. Green Bay at Dallas.
I got Green Bay. Yeah, I think with
Listen,
LCD.
I'm the biggest Green Bay fan this weekend. Let's go, Micah. Let's go. Jets at Miami.
I took the Jets. My upset there.
I got Jets as well.
Okay.
I think Jets
Yeah.
Jets win this game at Miami. And then last one of the week we have here is Cincinnati at Denver.
I got Denver. Home game, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yep. With the backup too over Cincinnati, I just don't think that they
Yeah,
can
like we
compete
talked
this
about.
season.
It's
I
just
think
they
Denver,
can. Denver has a top 5 defense. I
Yeah.
mean, Brown and we saw what happens
Hey,
when he faces a defense like
the
that.
one thing this will benefit Cincinnati, they'll get a high draft pick next year. Go after. You got to start protecting that quarterback.
That's
man.
true. Get an offensive lineman.
Get an offensive lineman.
Tackle.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. What we have here is the fantasy football segment that we're going to go ahead and run into next. So what do you got for us for the fantasy football segment? Because I need some damn help, man.
So this week,
Although
what I
we're both 3-0, or 0-3. So
I need
think we
help
both need
too.
help, so.
I need luck. I need prayer. So what I did this week is I decided to look around the league of some receivers that maybe you're hurting because of injuries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans and Worthy and people like that, right? They've been out. Who could you go after that maybe could help you out?
Yeah.
So number one on the no order, but number one I have Matthew Golden, rookie receiver on Green Bay. Now he's been a little bit underwhelming so far, but the peripherals are great. Meaning 71% of snaps, 84% of routes. The man's out there.
Yeah.
Jordan Love's gonna find him. They draft him first round for a reason. I think second half type of play is incoming. Go get him now before people realize that, okay? Because they're probably soured on him. Number two, now this is someone on the opposite end. He's kind of proven now that he's, I think, a legit receiver. He may have figured out his drop-in issues and whatnot, and that's Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson has looked very good this year, like a different player, consistent. Last week he was 6 of 10, 89 yards on Surtain. Right? That says a lot right there. 22% target share, 40% in the red zone, 3 total touchdowns. I like what he's doing. He's legit. Like if you have a name, like maybe like Brian Thomas, and you're trying to bring someone back, like another receiver, I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
Number 3, I got Jamar Chase. Right? We're talking about how Brown had a bad week here. Jamar Chase didn't do well last week. 5 for 50 and a fumble. This is the buy now window. Right? Someone's probably like nervous. What's going to happen the rest of the season? He's still commanding a 22% target share. Go get him. I'm telling you. Maybe he's not the number 1 receiver anymore, but he is a receiver 1. He's a top 12 receiver in fantasy.
Yeah.
So. Number 4 guy is Ted McMillan. Now he's another rookie that I feel like if you have him, maybe you felt like he's been a little underwhelming. You would expect a little more so far, and I understand that. Last week in general, it was a blowout win. Bryce Young literally only passed the ball 24 times. They just ran the hell out of the ball. Despite that, he's commanding a 33% target share. That basically equals out to 150 targets for the year. Boy's going to get his, okay? Go another one. Go get him now before people catch on, okay? Because he's going to heat up.
Yeah.
And the number 5 is Rashee Rice. I talked about how I love him. He's a league winner, right? So a team like me, a team like you, maybe has him on his bench 0-3. They need help now.
Which I do.
Go get him if you're a 3-0 team because you're just gearing up for the playoffs here. You can get him from cheap probably. And he's another one. He's a top 10 to 15 talent in fantasy as a receiver.
Yeah.
These are like guys that it's like, go get them before the value skyrockets and no one's going to give them up.
I like it. I like it. I mean, hey, if someone wants to offer me something for Rashee Rice, come and get him, because I definitely need some help
Boy,
there.
need some help.
Yeah,
It's
not. I don't think it's in our league either. I think it's in another league that I have him in.
Okay.
But I know I have Rashee Rice, and I'm just like waiting for when he comes back. Cause I'm just like, when you come back, you're gonna
hopefully dominate.
hopefully dominate. Hopefully we'll. That team needs some better O-line help, which has been like that for a
They're
while.
Achilles
now.
here right now.
Yeah. All right, going into our betting corner that we have here.
Take us away.
I'm just going to go ahead and give us just a few games here that I have for this week that I'm going to pick with. So I have Vikings -2.5. I think
Okay.
going over overseas against Pittsburgh, I just think Kevin O'Connell just knows how to end up winning the game.
You said, was he 4-0, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he'll do well over there. Even though I have the Chargers winning the game outright, I have the Giants covering +6.
Okay.
Giants, I think, with Jackson Dart, I think they'll be able to go ahead and put up some numbers and whatnot. I honestly think that they'll only lose probably by like 3 or 4 points more than likely. It's going to be a close game.
Defense legit.
Defense on Chargers is legit, but also the Giants has a pretty
No, that's what I'm
solid
saying.
defense. Yeah, so
Their defense
it's going to
is legit.
it's going to be a close game, I think there. Another one. This is also like a really, I don't want to say a shot in the dark, but I'm just also betting against defenses that I think defenses are going to help win the game. Not win the game, but help cover the line. Is Cleveland. Cleveland +10.
Okay. That's a decent amount of points.
Yeah, I'm taking them +10. Against Detroit. Obviously, it's going to be a crazy game with Detroit. They're going to have a field day on just trying to go ahead and shoot out constantly. But hopefully, Cleveland can go ahead and they can make themselves respectable out there with, especially after last week having that big win. I think this will be a good one to follow back up on. I have Atlanta +1.5.
Okay.
Do you think that they at least cover with?
No, I mean
I picked them going against.
I like that.
Washington. So 1.5. I think that they can go ahead and they can hopefully get that dub. Especially, I believe, are they home?
Atlanta?
No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They're home.
They're in the dome.
So that's why I think. And then my last one I have here. You can go ahead and put more. I just took the line as it is. I have Green Bay -7. I do think that Green Bay will beat Dallas by at least
Handily.
10 points.
Yeah.
At least by 10 points. So I may go ahead and revise that at some point this weekend. Who knows? I'll post a graphic for the bets that we have, and then also for the fantasy suggestions by Degs. $10 on the betting will get you $248.
Not too shabby.
So not a bad little dub for the weekend. We have a lot that we have going on this weekend. I mean, we have the international games that are starting this weekend.
Yeah.
Minnesota has back-to-back international games this back-to-back weeks. So that's going to be interesting how they adjust to going from
Time
Dublin to
zones,
UK.
yep.
I don't really know if there's too much of a time zone, but I think it's just.
I mean,
more so
from
like-
here this week.
No, yeah, for sure. Which next year they're going to have Australia, and Australia, I think it's 16-hour flight just over the Pacific.
Land down under.
I feel sorry for.
I know, you're going to feel like shit getting off that plane and play football. It's like 2 car accidents for you.
I'm glad it's not the Eagles that's going out there. I think it's the Chargers and somebody else. So.
I guess Chargers, they're farthest away from Europe.
No, Australia.
Oh, Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we have, like I said, we have a lot of good things going on this weekend. It's actually, like I said, a pretty even slate, but some pretty big games with, the Micah returning back to Dallas, the battle of the 1s and 2s, and then of course
Games of the week.
the games of the weeks that we have here with the Eagles at the Bucks, and then you have again
Indy at Rams.
Indy at Rams as well. So lots of good things. Hopefully this audio is a lot better. I've been looking at the bar, making sure that we're not like hitting that red. So I'm crossing my fingers that it's better this week. So I will be posting everything on social as well. So like, follow, subscribe, and per usual, if you ain't doing anything,
Crack yourself a cold one.
crack yourself a cold one, baby.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
All right, that
And that's a
graphic
wrap.
was hilarious. 2 birds fighting.